What if the moment you think of as a close call was not a close call at all? What if that was the moment you actually died? Not in this version of your life, but in one that split off and vanished the instant you slipped into the next timeline. Think about every near miss you remember, the crash that should have ended you, the sickness that almost took you out, the night something told you not to go, the instinct that pulled you left instead of right. How many times did you feel reality tighten around you like it was waiting for you to make the wrong move? And how many times did you walk away while someone else did not? Some people call it luck. Some call it survival. But what if the truth is much stranger? What if you are here because you have already been erased somewhere else? You did not beat the odds. You shifted right past them. Look at your life from the outside for a moment. Count how many stories you carry that should have ended differently. Not the dramatic ones only. Even the quiet close calls. The wrong place at the wrong time that somehow became the right place at the right time. The friend who convinced you to leave. The stranger on the highway who slowed down enough. The voice inside you that said, run. Every little moment you avoided something without even knowing why. Now compare that to the people you lost. The ones who did not get the same second chances. The ones who stepped into the wrong moment and never stepped out again. The older you get, the more you notice the pattern. People disappear. Friends, family, classmates, coworkers. One by one. You count their names, you count the years. You count the times you almost joined them. The world tells you this is normal, but deep down it never feels that simple. What if survival is not a coincidence? What if it is a system, a selection, a quiet sorting process that nobody talks about? Most people move through life like nothing around them is watching. But you know better. You felt something watching. You felt something pulling you out of danger more times than you can explain. You felt the shift. You felt the moments when the air changed, when sound went flat, when time slowed down long enough for you to step away from the version of events where you did not make it. Moments that feel like a glitch. Moments that feel like the world hesitated. Ask yourself why you remember your close calls so vividly, why they stick to your memory like fingerprints, why you replay them years later and still feel that strange pressure in your chest. Maybe it is because part of you knows those were the checkpoints, the intersections where one version of you ended while another kept going. Some people say the universe is random, others say everything is connected. But there is another idea, a darker idea, that life is almost like a game, and most players do not realize they are playing. Some get knocked out early, some make it deep, some manage to survive situations that should have buried them. And the ones who survive are not just lucky, they are different. They are marked, they are selected. They get pulled through narrow doors while everyone else disappears behind them. Think about the people you know who seem almost impossible to break. The ones who walked through chaos and came out steady. The ones who have seen tragedy, danger, loss, and fear, and yet they stay standing while others fall apart. You notice them because you are one of them. You carry the same pattern. You recognize the same resilience. It is not strength only, it is something else. A sense that you are meant to continue even when everything around you suggests you should not. You ever wonder why some people just know things without explanation? Why they have a sense for danger? Why they pick up on patterns others never see? Why they feel like they have lived more than one life already? Survival sharpens instincts, but surviving again and again changes something deeper. It rewires your perception. It makes you alert in ways you cannot teach. It makes you see connections others dismiss. It makes you ask questions the world avoids. Maybe the reason you survive so many close calls is not because the world protected you. Maybe it is because you are supposed to be awake while everyone else sleeps through their own timeline. Maybe you are supposed to notice. Maybe you are supposed to remember. Maybe you are supposed to question why you are still here long after people who lived cleaner, safer, quieter lives are gone. Survival leaves a mark, not the kind that shows up on your skin, the kind that shows up in your awareness. Once you notice the pattern, you can never unsee it. You see how quickly life can break. But underneath the surface, nothing is random. Every person you lose becomes another reminder that you were supposed to leave too, but you did not. Every tragedy you narrowly escape becomes another thread pulling you forward. Every moment you survive strengthens the idea that your existence has weight. Look at the timeline of your life and track the escapes. The first time, the second time, the 10th time, the times when you said, "I should not be here," the times when you felt something impossible step between you and oblivion. And yet here you are, still breathing, still waking up, still carrying the question of why. Maybe the question is the answer. Maybe the moment you start asking it is the moment you realize survival is not random at all. That making it this far is the signal, that your path continues for a reason. The older you get, the more ghosts you carry. But the older you get, the clearer it becomes that you are still in the game because something needs you in it. So ask yourself something you never said out loud before. What if I already died once? What if the life I remember is not the only one I lived? What if each time I survived, I slipped into a new version of my story? A version where I still had something left to do. You survived for a reason. The world tells you to move on. The world distracts you with noise so you never stop long enough to notice how many times you escaped what others could not. But you noticed. You always noticed. And that means you are closer to the truth than you think. So look back at every close call. Look forward at every unanswered question. Look inward at the voice that keeps telling you there is more to your existence than accident. And then ask yourself one last thing. If you survived this many times, what are you still here to witness? You be the judge. If you are awake, you already know what to do. Hit the link in our description and sign up to our free underground newsletter.